day everyone. In this video I will be demonstrating how my Bula Next application works. So what is Bula Next? It's basically a MERN stack application I built. It's a career guidance platform. The idea of this application is to connect learners, so matriculants coming out of high school, with a specific mentor that can help them and guide them figure out what career they want to do or pursue. The reason I built this application is because I saw basically a problem within the country. One of the issues that I see is a lot of matriculants come out of high school not knowing what they want to do, which is okay, but the issue is there isn't anyone to actually help them and guide them to figure out what career they want to pursue. So a lot of young people come out of high school and end up choosing a specific career, or choosing to study something specific in college that they're actually not passionate about or they're actually not skilled in, and a lot of them could end up wasting money studying something that they don't want to study, or along the way they drop out, or some of them even go years and years, 3 to 5 to 10 years, not actually knowing what career they want to pursue in their life. And that creates a big problem. I believe it also can play a role in a lot of unemployment. And yeah, I think this platform, Bula Next, is basically the bridge between a specific learner not knowing what they want to do to them actually figuring out what they want to do with their life in terms of a career. And that's obviously done with the idea of having a mentor on the platform to help them and guide them as to what career they can actually do. On top of that, the idea is also to have a community through a Q&A system for learners to actually ask questions about careers, to also search different careers and learn about them and so on, which will actually help them have a clear mind as to what to do in the future. So that's the idea of Bula Next. Is basically a career guidance application where learners are just gaining knowledge, understanding their passions and goals and interests much better, and making the right clear decision based off what they love and what they're skilled in. So yeah, I believe this is something that can actually solve that issue that the youth is currently facing in our country. So basically this is my home page over here, the application. So you can either register as a learner or a mentor. So let's register as a learner. So I'm gonna put in the details over here. My name, surname, email, password. Here I can choose the role, learner or mentor. So I'm gonna choose to be a learner. Can choose the location. I'm just gonna put Centurion. Then I can basically add my interests over here, as many interests as I want to add, and then register. As soon as I register an account, then you can basically log in from there. And then now the user is logged into their account, as you can see over here. Then in another Google account, I'm gonna say someone wants to register as a mentor. So let's see. So put the name, surname, put the email over here, password. Then I'm going to choose to be a mentor. Put the same location as that other learner, as well as one of the same interests. let's say, or two of the same interests. And register the account. Put the email and the password. The user's logged in. So firstly, when I registered my account as a learner, what happens is I get an email immediately after that saying welcome to the Bula Next community, as you can see over here. Mainly because I registered a new account. So here Tom is registered as a learner, John is registered as a mentor. So let's see how the application works. So as I was discussing, this is the home page showing what Bula Next is about, how it works. It's all about connecting, learning, and growing. And why you should join Bula Next, because it's beneficial. It empowers the youth and it helps with direction and mentoring, basically. Click on the Me page. This is basically showing my profile. Here I can come here and edit the profile, and I can basically add my own profile picture. And when I add my own profile picture, you can see the profile picture over here. What I can also do is come to all profiles, and it basically shows all the profiles that are registered. So you can see here John Black has registered an account, so this is another profile that I can see in the application. You can see the status, that they're unmatched, the role, location, the interest as well. So these are basically profile cards. So I can search for a specific name. Let's say I want to search for John, and when I click John, it returns based off my search filter. If I click all here and I click search, it brings all the profiles in the application. Then I can basically search by interest as well. I can say sports for interest, and then when I click here, it brings back all the users interested in sports. So that's basically how the search filter works, searching for different profiles. So yeah, then this is basically a career roadmap functionality that I have, where say as a learner I want to learn about different careers, or I can see, okay, what I want to know more about, say, software developers. I can search, click search here, developers. As soon as I do that, it brings back based off my search. Click software developer, and then I can see the required skills of a developer, the definition of what a software developer is over here, the education path with the average salary, and what I need to do in order to embark on this career to be a software developer, the roadmap, like the education stage and the experience stage, and basically different links. So over here you can click a link to access a course, like for instance free code camp. Here you can basically click here and access GitHub to basically learn different code and all of that stuff like that. Then here's basically showing the different skills that are needed for the job as a software developer. So basically when I come to skills, if I have a skill, the skill JavaScript, this won't show because it just shows the leftover skills that I need, and then it shows the different tips in order to embark in this career. This is the dashboard page, which shows how I can access all the different pages. So because I created a mentor profile as well as a learner profile, I'm gonna basically show you the functionality of matching a specific learner with a mentor. So Tom over here as a learner wants to basically look for a specific mentor to match with. So when I click this match mentors button, what it does is it brings back mentors that I can potentially match with based off similar interests that they have with me. So as you can see, I have the interest of coding and business. This mentor, John Black, has the same interest as me. So if I want to send a match request to John Black, we'll show here the request is sent. What a match request is basically, if you think about other applications like Facebook, Instagram, there you can basically send friend requests or follow requests, and then the other user receiving that request can either accept or reject the request. When they accept the request, then you basically in a way get a match. So it's like that person becomes your friend or your follower per se. This works the same, except a learner sends a request to a mentor sends a request to a learner, and then the user who receives that request accepts that request, and then you get a match. And then now the specific learner will have a mentor that can help them and guide them because those two are matched together. So because me as Tom Vuma, the learner, has sent a request to John Black, the mentor, John Black over here basically receives a notification showing that Tom has sent a request and wants to match, and can accept that request. As soon as that request is accepted, it shows here for John Black that he now has a new learner added, and he is now mentoring this specific learner. Now, because of that, if you come here, and you can basically come to my learners, and it will show the learners that John Black basically has over here, and this is the learner that he's mentoring. Then yeah, back to this page, to the learners page. If you come here, you can basically view the mentor that you have, that the mentor that you have matched with, as you can see over here. So that's how the matching functionality works. So now that this learner has a mentor, specific functionalities can be implemented because of that. For instance, I can go ahead here and set a goal for myself in terms of anything like a career. So let's see. Finish career. And can basically set a specific end date or due date for this specific goal that I want to achieve. And when I click add goal, you can see the goal is added here with a graph format over here, and basically I can track my progress. So when I make progress, I can basically increase the progress over here, and when that happens, as soon as that happens, this graph is basically changed based off the goals that I'm tracking. Now, because I have a specific mentor already, as Tom, the mentor can also track that his learner's goals based off how far the learner is with their goal. So if you come over here to my learners, goals dashboard. If you click over here, you can see the learners that John has, which is Tom here. You can click here and you can click Tom's career goals, and you can see here the progress that he's made, which is 87%, and the deadline that Tom set for his goal over here. So a specific mentor can track their learners' goals because they basically matched. So now the mentor has access to their goal system essentially. So that's basically how that works. Creating goals for the learner and the mentor tracking those goals as well. Then I have a Q&A system that I've built over here. Let's see how that works. So I can go ahead and ask any question. And submit that question. Then it shows that the question is submitted. Now, anyone in the community can go ahead and answer that question. I've built it in a way where mentors can give unlimited answers because mentors are obviously more experienced, and a learner can only give one answer. So because John is a mentor, can go ahead and answer that question over here. So you can see this is the question that Tom has asked, and can go ahead and answer that question. And as soon as you submit the answer, now that answer is submitted for the specific question. Now Tom, on the other hand, as a learner, basically receive a notification that someone has answered his question. So when I click here, I can see this is my question, and then the answer to the question by this specific mentor. So that's how the Q&A system works. Just simply asking a question, and anyone that is logged into the application can answer that specific question. Let's see. Then basically here, I can basically add specific skills to the application for my profile. And when you add a skill, it gets rendered over here. You can add more skills, and then it shows over here. And these are the skills that get added. You can remove the skills as well. So you can see that crowd functionality is also built within my system. Then here you can come here as a learner to basically career quizzes. So these are personality and career aptitude tests that help you discover your passions and your interests. But I've basically placed external links. So these are not quizzes that I created, but just placed these links so that a learner can actually go ahead and do quick tests and stuff like that. So 3 different career quiz tests that a learner can take to help them figure out what skills and interests they have best, as you can see here. That's what I built there. Yeah, that's basically how the application works. So the main functionality here is the whole matching system, like I explained. So if we can go ahead and create another account in the application. So and let's register this person as a learner in that same location with these interests, business and finance. And then save the user details and log in. So now we have a new learner logged into the application. Just to show that when a specific user logs in or registers an account, all that data gets saved to the Mongo database in the user's collection. We can see the different users over here. Tom, John, and Peter. And the more users register, then this all these collections get filled out. So now there's a new learner. You can send a match request to this learner. So basically, this mentor can send a match request. So when you click the match learners button, what happens is, like I was explaining with the other account, it basically brings back potential matches based off similar interests. So because Peter Parker, which is the other learner that I created, has this interest of business, then it brings this specific user as a potential match. So you can send a match request to this learner, and this learner receives that match request and then basically can accept the request over there. And then now this learner has a new mentor. If you go to my mentor, this learner can see that this learner is matched with this specific mentor. Then because the learner is matched to that mentor, this specific mentor now has two learners matched with them, so they can go and see all the learners they have over here. Also, like how I was explaining with the whole goal system, when that other learner creates a new goal and tracks their goal, then the mentor can basically keep up with how far that learner is in achieving that goal. So one of the things I should explain is when a user basically sends a match request to another user, what happens is this document is created, which is a match request document, and it shows from demonstrating who sent the request, and to demonstrating or showing representing basically the person who's receiving the request. So it shows that, and it shows the matches that are created after the user accepts a request. So you can see there's two matches that are created over there because the mentor basically has two learners matched with them essentially. And it also saves the goals that were created. Here there's the different careers that I've pumped into the database from my code, as you can see over here. So for instance, when I search data scientist and careers in the career search, it'll bring back that specific career, and I can go look at the details of that career like I explained earlier. So one other thing I want to explain is the chat system to demonstrate how that works. So over here we have a chat system where users can basically communicate with one another. So basically, let's say John here wants to chat with a mentor. Can basically send a message. And what happens is Tom here gets a notification, and then it shows basically that message. Hey, how are you? And we can basically send messages back. I've also built it in a way where we can basically send images as well. And as soon as you send an image, the other user receives it. As you can see here, Tom's message and the image that was sent. So that's my chat system over there as well. I also explained searching. So if I search for a user according to the name, it brings back that specific user. That is basically how my Bula Next application works. So yeah, I've demonstrated all the functionalities of the app. But yeah, the main thing is the matching system, getting users matched so that they can basically, a mentor can help and guide the learner, figure out what career they want to do. And then other functionalities also work in terms of logging out as well. The user can log out and then they come back to the home page. Yeah, thank you for watching my demonstration, and yeah, I hope you enjoy using this application.